Hey guys, so today we have these. One is a Homelite trimmer, the other is a Ryobi trimmer. I was told I'd like more trimmers on this channel, so here's more trimmers on the channel. In fact, both of these were found in the garbage, so they were free. Let's see if we can turn these two free ones into a little bit of profit. Hopefully we can get at least one good one out of this. Hopefully they have compression and they'll start up if I give them a little bit of two-stroke. Well, you know what? I guess we can try that and give it a little bit of two-stroke and see if it'll start up. So which one should we start with? Should we start with the Ryobi? Or should we start with the Homelite? Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. I know. We'll flip a coin. Heads or tails. So if we get heads, we'll do the Ryobi. If we get tails, I'll do the Homelite. Looks like it's tails. So tails it is. Got some old gas in there. Oof, it smells really bad. Okay, we got some fuel in it. Let's see what happens. She popped off, that's for certain. Shouldn't have taken the fuel out. Let's try that again. See if we can get it to rev up. Oh, one more time. Good, so it looks like the Homelite's going to be a carb clean, new filter, probably new gaskets, and definitely new fuel, and probably a new air filter cover, because this one is missing the actual air filter cover and air filter. Good, so we know this one's going to be a fix. Now let's give the Ryobi a try. I'm not sure why we have this on there, but that's okay. Fuel inside the Ryobi. Looks pretty old. Smells even older. Oh dear. Right. Oh, I either am I glutton for punishment, or I really should know better. That's just gross. Let's try this out. Wow. First pull. Can't say the Homelite did that. This one, first pull. Let's try that again. I think someone tried to go through the carb and didn't do it properly. And it wasn't me, but this is something I would do. The gasket and diaphragm there, they're inverted. So you've got the diaphragm and gasket. The diaphragm should be on the other side, the bottom side, but it must be on the top. So it causes this, which just means that the valve isn't operating properly. Oh well, that's okay. Let's try this. Okay, I want to do that one more time. Good. So they're both going to be fixes. Whether they'll be easy or not, it's hard to say. But I will definitely say these will be 2 fixes for sure. So since we started with testing on the Homelite to see if it'll start, then let's start by getting the Ryobi running first. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get a container for the fuel, and I'll have to get a container for this fuel, and then we can inspect and see which one is worse, the Homelite or the Ryobi. All right guys, let's I'll be right back with that. Well, that was a little silly of me. So I'd gone in to get a jar. There it is. And well, it was a little bit late, so I started cooking dinner, and then when I came out, I kind of had to move these because we had a storm moving in, and when I put these down, I put them down the wrong way, so the fuel's kind of all leaked out. At least I'm pretty sure that the tanks are all empty. So I'm gonna open up the jar and I'll dump out whatever's in there, but I really don't think there's anything left. I'm pretty sure that I accidentally went and dumped it out, because when I put them down, because it was raining and there's no air filter cover, I put them facing down, so if anything did get wet, it would be on the muffler side, and the muffler exhausts that way, so no water is going to get into the engine. But this way, if this part was up, water could very well get into the engine. So yeah, I may have inadvertently gone and dumped all the fuel that was inside there out the fuel caps, because nicely these ones leak a lot, and yeah, all over the ground. Oh well, let's see if there is anything left. I mean, to be fair, there wasn't much left in here to begin with. A little bit came out. Enough that we can examine it. And very cloudy, very stinky, and looks like straight gas. It doesn't look like it was mixed with any kind of two-stroke at all. Looks like straight gas. Nice. Let's do the next one. Now the Ryobi. Maybe. There. I just couldn't grip it. It was so slippery. Just making a mental note. I think that's all water. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. Whatever it is. That ain't fuel. I'm not sure what that is. But definitely some jellies in there, so the tanks need a little bit of cleaning out. I'll dump in some alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, which will absorb water, and then pour it out. And that should help clean it out. As far as the carbs, I guess we'll have to pull them off. And I'm not quite sure why they wired that on. That seems weird. Maybe that was to hold the air filter on. But like that seems silly. So let's see. We need, looks like Torx 25 for the Ryobi. And looks like the exact same. Yeah, the exact same for whatever the hell this thing is, the Homelite. And I'll grab the rubbing alcohol and we'll flush out these. Yeesh. Okay, there we go. That should be a lot better for audio. Got my microphone on this time. Pour in some alcohol. We're replacing the fuel lines anyway. There we go. Yeah, it actually looks a lot cleaner in there now. What a difference that made. There. Gotta pump out the rest of this. Oh, goodness. Yuck. I just blew it everywhere. Oh, there's a hole in the primer bulb. So it just sent it everywhere. Oh, that stuff is vile. Oh, it smells so bad. All right. Okay, Ryobi, I'm going to move you out of the way for now. And let's do a repeat. There. Repeat with the Homelite now. Oh dear. So this line, I think the filter has completely fallen apart. And of course the alcohol just ate this line like it was nothing. Oh no, the filter's still in there. Okay, so there was another filter in there that, or at least a holder that someone never fished back out. I'm going to pour a bit more in there because there's still some gunk. See? There's the gunk. Yuck. Ethanol gummies. Let me grab the carb spray. Yummy ethanol gummies. You have to pick them out. Well, that works. That didn't work. Or it did. And I'm just trying to say it didn't. That was great. Look at that. It's all cleaned out. Nice. That's a win. See how much of that crap I can get out. I hope a whole bunch of it came out. Well, the filter retainer didn't come out, but all the other crap certainly did. Very, very little of it left in there. So I think one more flush should do it. Pieces of the hose that's deteriorated, but pretty much all of it's out. I can't quite reach the stuff at the bottom. Not quite sure I'm going to get that stuff out. I guess I'll use the tap tap method again. Success. Okay, good. Now we can get the carburetors off and all dispose of this gunk. Yuck. Okay, so we'll try Torx 25. Nope. Nope, so it's Torx 20. Good thing I grabbed a Torx 20 as well. Yuck. Gross. There's water on it, but doesn't look like there's water in it. This side of the piston actually looks good. I can't see the other side for obvious reasons. Okay, let's get these lines. Well, this line's already basically off. The throttle line off, and there. So that's the Homelite. Looks like pretty simple carb. We'll get this thing inside. We'll pull it all apart and get it through the ultrasonic, and then get the diaphragms replaced. And let's get the Ryobi off. So Ryobis, and get throttle linkage. Boy, those just popped right off like nothing. Yeah, get rid of the fuel that's in there. Let's see. Are there any glaringly obvious differences between these two? I mean, besides the throttle or the choke lever being orange and white, I would say these are the same carburetors. Good. That makes life easier. So even if I mix them up, which I shouldn't, orange to orange, white to white, they should work just fine either or. Okay, well, let's get them inside. First things first, apologies for kind of missing a little bit of it. Didn't really miss anything. I mean, to be honest with you, you didn't miss much at all. In fact, all I did was just take out 4 screws. See, there and there. Right, I hope you guys didn't miss a whole lot. Actually, I have no idea what you guys missed. And I apologize if you've missed too much, but that's okay. In a nutshell, all I've done is I've cleaned out the tanks with alcohol and I've pulled off the carburetors. Nothing special. I apologize if I missed it with the camera. Let's get these tanks on. As far as the carburetors go, as you can see, orange to orange, white to white, so we know which one's which. And I'm going to get these inside and we'll get them pulled apart. Right, I'll see you soon. All right, so as you see, I've got one of these apart, but I noticed something. Look at this. It's bent. Plus, on top of that, this one, it's not as noticeable, but this one it is. Look at that slot. That slot was cut into this because why is there an extra divot? Like how can I show you? So here we have it on the side, right? But it doesn't line up with the slot. And this one, the bent one, it lines up with the slot. So I'm thinking someone took a mini grinder and cut that slot into it because they didn't know that if you went online to Amazon, you could get the correct tools for this for like, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks, and it comes with a nice little case. I'll link it below. The reason why I got all confused about that was I saw it and I was like, oh, it's a flat. So I was using the flat and this tip just kept slipping out and slipping out, and I'm like, wait, it shouldn't be slipping out of a properly cut flat slot for, well, a flat driver. So that led me to assume that someone's done some monkey business. And then when I noticed that, well, it's bent 100%, someone's been up to some monkey business. But anyway, I've got this one apart. We're going to put it all back together. I've memorized where the jets were in it, but the low was, I think, was 2 1/8 out, but the high was only 1/8 out. So yeah, this wasn't put together properly. And with that one bent, I'm not even 100% sure that it's even going to work properly. Either way, this gasket, shot. This diaphragm, yeah, it's shot too. So it's going to get a new diaphragm and gasket. That one for sure is going to get a new diaphragm and gasket. But for now, I'm going to get all this put together. Well, not put together, but I'm going to get it all together and put it into the Ultrasonic. For now, let's get this one apart. All right, so to pull this apart, all you're going to need is a Phillips tip screwdriver and a little bit of patience. 4 screws on the bottom, 2 on the top. Then we'll have to remove these. And it looks like it uses the little pin. So I think that's called a Pac-Man, or is it just a pin? Maybe that's just the pin. I have these, so we'll get those out as well. And when we get the jets out, what you have to do is you drive them all the way in first, count the amount of turns, then you extract them. That way you know what to reset them to after you're done cleaning. So for now, let's get this carburetor apart. And we'll start with the top. This is the pumping side. Good to have a little tray where you can put your screws. gross. Jelly in there. Look at that. This diaphragm stuck, or this gasket stuck on there, but good too, just like the other one. So I'll leave it off to the side for now. But look at this mess in there. That's terrible. Let's get the bottom off. Yeah, it's pretty hard. Not a good diaphragm either. As far as the gasket goes, see if it comes off easy. The other one came off with the diaphragm. Yeah, it came off no problem, but that'll be replaced. Next, let's get the needle and the seat out, or I should say the needle and the plunger, but be careful, there's a spring under here. I'm going to bring it up and show you the spring. There it is. See that spring? I've already lost one of these in a previous video. I'll link it down below, and it'll appear up there. And there's the needle, and this uses a short needle. And the diaphragm, that's a short nose diaphragm. I'll have the part numbers linked below for the correct kit so that you can rebuild your carburetor if you're in a similar situation. Now I just need to get the tool to get those out. Right, so I was right, it is Pac-Man. Here's a Pac-Man. So this is the high-speed jet. We're going to count it, the screws going in. So we got the divot on top, half, 1, half, and an 1/8. There's the high-speed jet. Now the low speed, we'll screw it in. And so we've got the divot on top, but it's pointed out that way, so we'll go half, 1, half, and it looks like 3/8 or 5/8. So 1 5/8 for the low speed jet. Jets are the same size, so it doesn't matter which one you put them in. So there we go, that carburetor is apart. Let's get it into the ultrasonic with the other one, and we'll get them all cleaned up. All right, see you shortly. First use of this new thing. So this is the first use that I'm getting out of this new ultrasonic, and so yeah, definitely would recommend one of these ones. Okay, I've got everything out of the ultrasonic cleaner. I did blast it off with some compressed air. Got to clean off the residual gasket material that's here. I also noticed this. I don't want to pull on it because it'll rip it off. But yeah, this little rubber piece, that one there, this one's torn. So I'm gonna try it. And we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, then the Homelite needs a new carburetor. Maybe I have one around, but I'll try rebuilding this, We'll see. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll have to replace the carburetor. But this one at least should be able to rebuild. I mean, just this alone being bent, I really should consider replacing that carburetor anyway. But let's rebuild this one. So I need a short nose. There we go. Short nose diaphragm. And there it is. New gasket. Oh, I can use the other style gasket, it looks like. Oh, never mind. I see the 4 holes. So this will work just fine. Something like that. And then the diaphragm goes in between. And then we put the plate. But for now, we got to rebuild that. I wonder if I can do it without putting any oil. Yeah, I did. I didn't. Let's try that again. See the needles falling in. I think this spring is the wrong one. There. Perfect. Now we can get the gasket on. The diaphragm. Come on, diaphragm, cooperate. I wonder, actually, if this arm is supposed to be on this. Maybe I got the arms backwards. Let's see, are they different? They are a little bit different. That seems more normal. Now I'll get the gasket on. And finally the diaphragm. There, that looks a lot better. And then the bottom plate. And the 4 smaller screws, if I can get them in. And then we'll get the top done. Yeah, I don't like this one. This flap seems off. Let's see, is it over the ports? Yep, it's over the ports. So that's the spot that one goes. I need the gasket for that. I think this is it. Yeah, yep, that's it. And that goes right here. Sandwiches that in. And we need the bulb. Then the plate. 2 long screws. Oops. And we screw it down. Not that screw. That's the Homelite. There's the Ryobi. Okay, so the Ryobi carb is rebuilt. It's ready to go. Let's plop these in. I'm going to screw them down all the way. Then we'll set them together. There. Those are all bottomed out. But this is all set, ready to go. I'll rebuild this one. Hopefully everything goes as planned. Then we'll reset these to their proper numbers. All right, I'll see you shortly. Believe it or not, I was able to straighten up that jet in there. So I was really happy I was able to do that. I put it in my vise, and then I used the soft, grippy handle of my pliers, and I'll turn the pliers around and just hit it a few times with that, and sure enough, it straightened it. But it is 1 5/8 turn out for, well, both of them, believe it or not. And so I guess that means we'll have to adjust them after. So it's already all the way in. So let's bring it out 1 5/8. Half, 1, half, and 1/8. So we'll do the same with this one. Half, 1, half, and 1/8. Then it was the same with this. It's all the way in, so half, 1, half, and 1/8. And one more time. Half, 1, half, and 1/8. Perfect. Okay, now we'll get them back on the machines. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. I seem to have misplaced some video files. Like they didn't get recorded. I had recorded putting this one back together. This one I didn't, but this one I recorded putting back together, and I don't know where those videos went. It's like the phone I used to record them just simply didn't record them, because I've looked at all the different phones I have and nothing got recorded. But anyway, I've got new lines on both. I've got new filters. I've got fuel in this, and this thing will rev out, but it won't stay running. I'm not exactly sure why. Let me show you. So choke is on. And it dies. So again. Choke is on.
How dare you!
And now it's not even doing that. kind of dies. And that was on half choke. I guess we can try adjusting it. Try bringing the low out by half. Let's try that. Okay. Alright, so that one's now idling. Although it seems to be running a little high. So we gotta turn it down. There we go. Haha! Okay, so that one's fixed. Let's start it one more time. Okay, so this one is that one's as good as fixed. Okay, cool. So I'm glad we got that one fixed. That's a good thing. That was a really good thing. So that can go over there. You're Mr. Ryobi, you're done. As for the Homelite, I guess we got to get a little bit of fuel in there. All right, give me a minute. So let's mix up some new 2-stroke fuel to dump into here. So how much do we have in here? Let's see. We have about 313 mil or 11 ounces. And we want to add about 4 mil, 5 mil, not a lot. So I'll fill it, I guess, to the next line. There we go. How many mils would that be? I'm not sure. But I'm sure it was a lot. So we'll shake it up. Perfect. And we'll pour it in the tank. Oops, and make a mess. All over the place. Holy cow, I'm just like really doing a number on this. That should be more than enough. Make sure that's closed so it doesn't start squirting out the end. Let's clean this mess up. Okay, let's see. Did I screw up the carb? I did. I've got the wrong lines. Got the suck line and the blow line on the wrong side. So, let's fix that. Relieve any pressure I may have made. There, that's that line. And now, let's see. Come on, why won't this line come off? There. Now we'll swap them. Put that line here. And this line here. Let's see if that wins. No, again, nothing. Why? Okay, clearly that the other way was not right either. What did I do? Why for you not work? Okay, so this should be the blow line. Yeah, this is the fuel line because the it's the one that's in the fuel. Let's try that again. What? It seems to be coming up now. Good. That's weird. Okay, so let's try using. Yeah, see, now it's not doing anything. Let's try using the engine pulses to pressurize it. There. No, still nothing. Very weird. Okay, well, let's see if it will, because it. Well, sounds like there's air escaping. Let me see if I can tighten down the top. Oh, it's not something dumb like that. I mean, I kind of hope it's something dumb like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. Nothing. What a pain. Well, let's try squirting some fuel in. Let's see if that'll help. Let's see if this helps. No, nothing. And we know we know this thing worked. We tried it before. Yeah, like that. Nothing. Just doesn't wanna come up the carb. Huh. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we've got a problem in the top end of the carb, so I'm going to leave that for another video. I mean, 1 out of 2 is not bad, 50%. This one runs. It actually runs pretty good, so let's give it a try for a minute. Okay, so let's see how it does around the rocks. Well, I would say not bad. We started with 2, we finished with 1. We'll have to save the other one for another video. But this, at least we got it running. Gonna have to do something about that missing air filter though, because we can't really keep it running like that, because that'll kind of kill the engine. But not bad. I'll take it. I'll take best 1 out of 2. I mean, it's not bad. We'll get the other one going. But for now, this one will hang up, and a couple other things I gotta do, like replace the air filter, deal with that jumbled mess. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like someone decided to tie them in knots as opposed to putting it on properly. But Oh well, maybe it needs a new head. Anyway, guys, I guess we had a Homelite and a Ryobi, which were basically twins, other than this one's white, the other one's red. And this one's Ryobi and the other one's Homelite, but they're basically the same unit. So what fixes one should fix the other. But it looks like we might need a new carb on the other one. So stay tuned for a carb replacement. Anyway, guys, spark plug off for safety. Ooh, that's warm. Come on. It didn't come off. Come on. Why? There.